Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Brawlmachinin. Today we have Ben back after like so many cons and conventions and tournaments and stuff. Ben is finally back home. Hi Ben.
Hello.
But the important thing is that today we have Shaun from Warjax Games Club as our guest. And for the very first time on the stream, we're doing a quote unquote uh, mirror match of factions. That's not so mirror, but almost there. Hi, Shaun.
Morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Uh, Fine, I guess. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do there at Warjax Games Club and your history of War Machine?
Yeah, so we're a part of Warjax Games Club with Craig and Brandon. We started around June. We've been doing it for. We put up battle reports, weekly podcasts. We get together and just jam as much as we can. We all enjoy playing War Machine, so we've recently started trying to go to tournaments. Went to Crucible earlier last year. Craig and I are going to LVO at the end of January. So we're starting to get out, go to tournaments and stuff coming back. But we do all kinds of stuff. We just enjoy the community, enjoy playing the game. As far as War Machine itself, so I've been playing probably coming up on a year now. I think right at the end of last year is when I started playing War Machine, and then uh, got hooked up with Craig. Started playing with Craig a lot. So I've been playing for probably a little bit less than a year, but coming up on a year or so, with a decent sized break in between. We had a tournament at a local store, and then I kind of stopped playing for probably 2 or 3 months. And then recently we started playing again, and then ever since Warjax Games Club took off, I mean, obviously I've been doing a lot with that as well. So that's pretty much my history with War Machine.
So you get pretty much a quote unquote new player almost.
Yeah. So I try to take away as much as I can from every game still. I certainly most of the people I play with to talk about stuff from Mark Two and Mark One, all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I've been playing for 9 months, so
Back in my day.
right, right.
Okay. So I'll go east on you then. Yeah, just kidding. The idea here is not to club baby seals like War Machine players usually say, but to try to do to learn together the game. So speaking of which, shall we go into the list?
Sure. So let's do first Sean's. Sorry, your list, John.
Okay. So like I said in the last episode, ever since the Fire Apocalypse, I had to change the list a little bit because I can no longer take lethal and threats as my requisition option.
Oh, well, that
So
didn't change. I don't have that change.
Chan, chan, chan. Okay, so the list is the same as you were seeing on the screen. Instead of the Torkel Gunny Sergeant, I have a Gober Tinker. That's the only change. Because I basically had to put the big tank as the acquisition option. And even though the bomber went down in points, it went down 2 points instead of three. I mean, 1 point. So I was left with 1 point over because left one trust was no longer a requisition option. So I have to take out. I decided to take out the Gunning Sergeant and add the Gober Tinker just to have another solo to. I lose a little bit of consistency in my shooting, but I get an excellent solo for flag holding. And in the sideboard, I gain 1 point because the Trojan Champion hero is now 4 points instead of five. So I added Swamp Gober Rider because that's one of the best 1 point options in the game. But yeah, the basic idea of the list hasn't changed. It's basically a gun line with the bomber, the fire, and the impiler being having +2 speed from Helga and cavalry, and reposition 3. It means that they can go pretty much anywhere in the table, shoot, and then reposition back to be safe. The tanks help with that plan, and the over saber is just something that usually flanks and is there to contest and do some chaos on the backline. While Helga herself is a very strong melee piece that can trade up for a heavy in the early game and then be safe for the rest of the game. And in late game, she can do that again because Engine of Destruction that she gets for free on the feed. And then she gets basically reposition 9 on feed turn. So yeah. And on the sideboard, the idea is to have champions and champion heroes in case the opponent has like a really hard gunline answer. So I go into a full melee list. So the battle group remains the same, but all the tanks and the solos get swapped for the champions. In this case, I'm going with the basic gunline option because I don't think I want to give you something to spray very easily with rock. So yeah, that's basically the idea of the list. Do a lot of damage on shooting. Use Helga 3 early to trade up for a high value piece, and go for attrition from there.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, Shaun, can you tell us about your list?
Yep, so I'm playing Borka2. We're going to be in Storm of the North. Pretty straightforward. I mean, Borka just wants to get in the business with melee with pretty much his entire list. And then obviously his feat is fairly strong, typically into melee. Might be slightly difficult in this matchup, like being in the gun line. Like you don't really want to be in melee too much. So it's gonna be my job to try to force that. But battle group, we're looking at Rock, and Earthborn. So Earthborn's just pretty good all around for his points now. Getting +2 depending on like speed, def, arm, depending on what he's around. Has all the immunities as well, just super good in a lot of matchups. Rock gets stumbling drunk, being paired with Borka, so he hits fairly hard. Has a spray that's pretty decent at POW 14 as well. As far as the units go, so I mean, just again stuff that like Storm of the North, trying to get up the board, we're trying to be fast. So we have Long Riders, speed 7, hit fairly hard, can slam as well if you're trying to play some scenario game. And Bears as well, which have AD and can ambush. Also have Prowl, so you can trigger Stealth under Concealment with Borka, putting up his Snow Shroud. Feral Geist just trying to either contest something depending on where you're at in the game or hold a flag. And then pretty much have your choice of solos. I think Fellcaller Hero is just the best, being able to hand out either Pathfinder if you need it on Long Riders. Somehow our cavalry unit doesn't have Pathfinder, which is crazy to me.
Hey, but it's 17 points now, so I'm instead of 20.
Correct. Yes, the point drop is huge for sure. So being able to hand out Pathfinder to Long Riders, depending on if you need it, where they're trying to go, or hand out +2 mat to hit something, depending on what it is. So just being kind of universal. And it's a weapon master as well with 2 attacks. Like it can do a little bit of work itself. That's pretty much the gist of the list.
I'm going to move forward and punch you in the face, and if I kill you, it's going to be my fault, basically.
Yes, if you punch into Borka's feet, that would definitely be on you.
Yeah. Just to remind you that you have a spell that gives all your battle group counter charge.
Yep. So yeah, you
Which
put upkeep, and you can upkeep it for free. Being in Storm of the North, so
yeah.
Yes, the battle group getting counter charges is nice as well.
Yeah, especially when one of the things that counter charges is rock, then with a massive axe to the face. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's move to the table now.
Yeah. I miss those transitions. So professional. Okay, like always, we roll randomly for both table and scenario, and this was what the dice gods decided to give us. We have like a lot of terrain. We have a trench network on the here on the top, touching the flag. A small forest, 2 small clouds on the silver zone, another forest that's on fire here on the bottom. A piece of rubble on the bottom right. The 2 walls that have bricks on them that provide cover. A circular building and a big cloud here on the on the rectangular zone. So yeah, plenty. And since we decided that this is not enough terrain, both of our teams, Team Forces provide us with additional terrain to play. So it's going to be really fun. So
Sounds like a
shall
good time.
we roll off to see who goes
Yeah,
first?
let's do it.
I roll a 4. Roll a 5. Since you said that you weren't very used to word table, if you click on the dice icon on the bottom right of your screen, you can select your name there. So when you run in the log, it's going to have your name on the bottom, so we can
Oh,
keep track of the rolls.
gotcha.
In this case, it doesn't matter, but for the future. And you roll a 5, I roll a 4, so it's your choice whether to go first or to pick the side of the table.
I'll take side. I'm gonna take the top.
Okay, so Miss I'm going first at the bottom. What color of bases are you going to use?
Blue.
Blue, which means I have to use red. Okay, let me grab my list real quick. No, here. And go to the list page. I'm going to paste your list too.
Oh, I already did it. That's my bad.
Okay. And so I deploy on the bottom with red bases with the Helga list. And I'm going to take out this sideboard because I'm not going to be. Okay, I'm going to start my deployment. We set up the clock.
Do we want to set up our
All right, we have to. You
yeah,
have.
yeah.
No. Oh. Riff. And once you have selected the final position of it, pin it so we don't move it accidentally. When you select it, there's a thing that says pin it. Okay.
Do you want to do whatever you just did to that one too?
Yep. Okay. Blue and no. Okay. Two trenches. That's 20 from my deployment zone, right? I mean 20 from my.
Yeah, fully within 20.
Trench. To move it. Okay,
You get 2, right? Or do you get 3? I think it
Two.
spawned a third one on my flag.
Yeah, sorry.
It's up to 2. I suppose you can decide between 1 and 2.
Actually, the trench here is just the thing inside the square, the white square. Everything else is just open terrain. So it's the appropriate size. And it's up to 20. I mean, I don't think there are many good places for me to play this. Yeah. There's already a lot of terrain, and I can't touch on a piece of terrain with the trenches. So I'm just going to leave one. And I basically can place it on the 20 line. Yeah. So I think I'm going to put one. You know what? I'm going to skip them because really there's no point of putting them if there's no good place for them. So yeah, that's going to be my no trenches. So let's jump into deployment. The Pharaoh Supper is going to be flanking, and he's going to put one of his mines into 21 line on your side. I'm just going to leave it here in case. Oh no, here. So you have less places to stand with your infantry on the circular zone.
That's a mine, you said, right?
That's a mine, yeah. So that's a sorry, that's a not an aura. I'm going to add the AOE size now, so you can reference all the time.
Okay.
That's AOE 4. I'm going to paint it orange. There. So that's the radius of the mine, and I can explode it at the beginning of the maintain phase. Regardless
But
of
nothing
it.
happens if I go into it. You have
No,
to
no,
actually detonate
it's
it.
just you can stand on top of it because it's a marker,
Sure.
right? But other than that, you can completely ignore. And I can explode it even if the Pharaoh Zapper is not on the table or if you have killed him.
Okay.
Okay. For the rest of the deployment, so Helga is going to come here in the towards the middle, so she can be the most effective, but avoiding the forest that's on fire. The fire troll, on the other hand, loves that forest on fire because he can hang out there, no problem. However, the impaler and the bomber are going to come towards this side of the table. Left foot is going to come here between Helga and the impaler. The big tank is going to go here and support the circular zone. Sorry, that one I just realized I have the overthinker to go towards the flag, so I don't need to leave it left foot there. So the overthinker is going to come here, and then the four Valkyries are going here, and depending. Besides Rogue, you don't have much shooting, right? Just Borka and his.
I mean, technically, Fellcaller has a spray as
Yeah,
well.
but it's a
That's
spray,
it.
so I can't.
Yeah.
I can shield guard them, and I can shield guard. The only thing that has an actual
A
gun is
bomb.
a bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Borka's bomb is the only actual shooting.
yeah. So still, I'm going to leave the Valkyries here, so they can shield guard that bomb eventually, and if not, they can just go towards the circular zone and capture it because they are an infantry unit after all. And that's it. That's your deployment.
All right. Let's see. So we're gonna keep Borka as much here in the center as we can. With dealing with our Fury 5, so we have to deal with our small control radius quite a bit.
Yep. It's just that Borka 1 is quote unquote Fury 9 and Borka 2 is just
right.
Fury 5.
Right. So we're gonna keep Rock over here on the left as well. We're gonna keep Earthborn over here on the side as well. Try to keep him more in the circle. We're gonna try to benefit as much as we can from all the different obstacles and stuff on the table that we can use it to our advantage.
Once
Feral
again,
Geist. Go
sorry, I
ahead.
want to remind everyone that I choose a random table. It's a pity that this table doesn't have a water feature for the airport. Because everyone wants really love the +2 defense from the water features.
Right. Yes, it is. The water features are definitely nice. There's no doubt about that. Oops. Let's see. So long riders, we're just gonna put here in the center. try to come over here to be on either side, depending on what you decide to do with your treads over there. And fell collar, we will slip here in as well. I think that works, right? It looks like it works. Right, and then bears are gonna AD.
I don't have any advanced deployment steps, so you can go right ahead.
Sweet. So we go to what, 16?
Yep.
We are just going to. So we're just going to do something like such. So bears just keep over here. Like, obviously we're playing on this side. We're gonna try to stay in the snowdrift and forest here to get our concealment for prowl.
Yep.
Long riders, we're just gonna be getting up the board, try to pressure as much as we can. Same with our beasts, getting them up there, and get feral guys to a flag, and then kind of react to where you go on turn 1.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan. So that's going to be deployment done. Since we can shake hands because we are in different parts of the world, the custom is to shake each other's caster. So I'm going to give Borga here a little shake. And with that, Shaun, I hope you have fun. And best of luck to you.
Yep, good luck, have fun.
And I'm going to explain my turn 1. This is basically I'm going to run everything forward. The tanks towards this circular zone, the Valkyries 2 trying to stay within 3 of the Fire and Helga. I don't think you can shoot me turn 1, but just in case. And the Impaler and the Bomber are going to try to stay safe behind the wall. So I have an extra defense. But you can't actually see me, but between the cloud and the buildings, I'm trying to stay in this area. Use the reposition 3 so I can shoot into the zone. You can reply in kind because I can use the wall and the building and the cloud to hide behind it. The patrol is just going to run towards the forest, and Helga probably as far as she can go and outside of everything, the range of the bears, so she doesn't die turn 1. And the Tinker is just going to be ready to capture the flag in the future. Let me check just one thing about Helga. Yeah, that's going to be. So let's start with Helga. She's going to cast Bald Host in herself. So I get an extra movement from everything. I'm going to cast just in case I need the extra rat, I'm going to cast Rapport on the Fire Troll. That's going to be another 2 Fury. And then she's going to move 7 inch. And then she has reposition 3. So that's a total of 10 there. The Bomber then is going to run 12 inches, 10 base, and 2 because of the Battle Host. Here, just behind the cloud just in case. Same with the Impaler. and then the patrol. Sorry, that's another run. And the patrol is going to force him for one and then run. Is 12 inches. There. Actually, here you can't see me with the bears because of the old forest. So yeah, I'm really safe. And he's immune to fire, so. And the bears move 7, so they spread 10, 11 inches, right? You don't have any threat extenders.
Nope, no third extenders.
So just as long as I stay outside of 11, I'm fine. Okay, let's do the Gober Tinker really quick here. Face to it. Black, I think he's speed 5, right? Speed 6, actually. So yeah,
6, I think.
he can run towards black. No, I was running 8 inches. I mean, if it was like speed 4, I wouldn't be able to do that. So, but no. And then I'm going to run in the tanks. So 11. So here I'm going to be safe. Both tanks. Then the Valkyries are just going to run 10 inches here. Just thinking about it, you won't be able to shoot me like at all with Borka, so I'm not going to need them for shield guard. Okay, yeah, that's my turn basically.
Looks good. So you want me to talk through my turn first before I actually go?
Yep.
Um,
Please.
So I mean, bears are just gonna be looking to same thing, kind of talked about before. We're gonna get up in the forest and snowdrift, try to get concealment for prowl, so that you have to get within 5 here or drift some AOE's. Rock, so we want to kind of try to stay over here. So like we're gonna bring both beasts up over here and try to get like in this trench area or run back here, get behind this wall. Try to keep any angles from you being able to move, shoot, and then repo back behind this wall business going on. Bork is gonna try to get up as far as we can, preferably up in this trench, so that we get cover from anything. Do you have anything that ignores cover for shooting?
No, I think all my shooting's
Okay.
really honest. The only thing, I mean, no, the mine is the only thing that's just an auto power 14, but that's not really shooting.
Gotcha.
No.
So we'll try to keep it up here. We're just gonna make sure we stay out of Helga's ridiculous range that she can get with her destruction spell or something like that she has.
Yes, she's
Yeah,
basically
destruction.
speed 9 and
Right.
has a 2-inch reach, and she can pull you in with that, so she can. That's actually 9, 12, 14-inch range in her charge using engine of
Yep.
Fire. And then
So
she
we're
can,
going
if I use defeat, she can reposition back another 9 inch.
right because she gets a full advance, right?
Yep,
Does she have to kill something or hit something?
just hit something.
Hit something. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna try to stay out of that. Make sure we don't get charged by her. Obviously, at the beginning of the next turn. And we also want to try to stay on these inside corners as much as we can, so we don't forget about the ambush going on down there. We don't want that messing stuff up. So pretty much we're trying to move up, get in position to where we can maybe try to make something happen on turn 2.
Sounds like a good plan to me. So whenever
And
you're
then
ready.
we'll put up obviously battle charged up on Borka, and then we'll go ahead and put up Snow Shroud as well.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, just hit play on the clock and got it.
Let's go for it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go with the bears. We're gonna stay outside of this mine so that you can't detonate this turn to kill us. But outside of that, we will. What's the speed on these tanks? 6, right?
Yep, speed 6, and they shoot 10.
Okay. So there's really no staying outside of 11. So I guess if it wants to shoot it, there's not a whole lot we can do with that. But at least we're gonna make it to where he has to put himself in a little bit of danger on the backside of that. So Bear's gonna go to there. Let's see. Rock is speed 5, so we're just going to run 10 with Rock here. I think we're just going to run up into this and at least get concealment. The Meg Bomber try to hit. Let's see, Earthborn. Same thing. We want the wall bonus for sure here on Earthborn. We're just gonna go something like this. Do I need to? So we obviously ran, so I'll put my Fury on, so we'll run up there and we'll rile, and same thing with Earthborn here. He's gonna run and rile, so they both go to 2. Can't I do something? I'm just gonna do this for a second so I can see what his range is. Is all I'm looking to do, because I don't want to get outside of that, obviously.
What you can do? Sorry, I'm going to. Yes, you can
Yeah,
do
go ahead.
the aura thingy.
The what?
The 10-inch aura on Borka, and
Yep.
you can have it in colors, so it's easier to reference.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
Yeah, we
when,
just want to make sure we don't obviously get outside of his control range there.
yeah. And while you're not selecting him, the aura becomes more transparent, so it doesn't.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you can go ahead and start this back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go there, and then we have repo. So we're just going to get up to here, stay wholly within this trench.
Stay frosty.
Yeah, and then we're going to. I think we can do this, right? Does this come up automatically? Or I just type it and put Snow Shroud, right? As an effect, or do you not want me to do that?
Wait, what? Sorry.
For Snow Shroud, I just typed it as an effect. Is that what you want me to do?
It's a cloud, right? No, no, that's it. You type it on the model like you did, and that's it. That's good enough.
And then Battle Charge is the upkeep. So we put that on there as well.
Yep.
And that's it for this. Pharaoh guys, we want to make sure we don't get nothing drifted that hits him, so we're just gonna.
I don't have anything magical, and you're incorporeal, so.
Oh, you have nothing magical?
Just Helga, as long as.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can go. But all my shooting is mundane, so.
Right, makes sense. Let's see. We can. So same thing, I think, here with this. We're gonna go ahead and move up here to get cover. Move here to stay behind this. We're just running. And we didn't position that very well, but that's okay. We'll stay on the backside of this Stow Shroud, I suppose. Something like such. Foe color is just gonna move up, get in position. He's gonna run, get in position to cast something on the next turn. And we'll go ahead and just get to the flag. And that's turn.
Okay. That's Speaking of position, that's very good positioning on the beast there, so I don't have any good ways of shooting them. So I think I can shoot rock, maybe with both the bomber and the impaler. So yeah, we're trying to chip in some damage. Actually, you cast for Fury both of worth of spells, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't change it on him, so
Okay.
you should be at 1.
Okay. So
Yep.
yeah, so next turn you don't freak out and start Prince Beast.
Thank you.
Actually, I could go for an assassination. I mean, I have 3 shots. You have only one transfer.
Yep, you could.
But I think I'm going to leave that option open for next turn.
Right.
So let's try to soften up Rock this turn, and then we can see if we can kill him with Helga. Speaking of Helga, no, I don't have it. I mean, I can charge here and do nothing, but no, I don't have an angle to get into the airborne by charging something else. So Helga this turn is going to hang back a little bit, and then I'm trying to just shoot both bears with or at least one bear with both big tanks, and then reposition and have the patrol and the Valkyries as a second line there. Yep, that's actually I can charge the battle bear number 2 with weapon threat, because with 6 that's a 9.5 threat range, and I have an automatic knockdown on the threats, and then I have trash on the gun, so that's an additional die. You do get the benefit of unyielding, but I get an extra die, and I use my mat once you're knocked down. And then if you're knocked down, the other big tank can shoot you while you're knocked down, so that's going to be easy. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for the turn.
Okay.
So let's start my clock, and let's increase the turn counter. Forget. So first, all the fury comes back to Helga. That's it. I have to active Ballhouse, of course. And benefit him and cast an animals for free. Okay, so Helga can come here, cast Flaming Fist on left hand threats, and then reposition back. But that means I have to move the Overthinker out of the way. Because I don't want to use Fury and the Bite Roll, because I'm going to use a lot of Fury with the Bomber and the Impaler shooting Rock.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, sorry, Helga is Fury 5, not 7. So yeah, the Overthinker is going to run, so he's in front of the flag. Just avoiding the forest. Then Helga is going to come here, cast Flaming Fist on left front threats. I get an extra damage on my threats. And then sorry, I have one less free because I have kept rapport too. I'm just going to burn 1, and then I'm going to reposition 3 back here to the flag. So if you manage to kill the Overthinker, at least I can
Still cap the flag.
capture, yes, keep the flag with Helga. Then we're going to charge left foot and threads into bear number 2. Uh, like so. So your defense 12 in melee, right?
Yep. Def 12.
So I am at 6. I need a 6 to hit. That's going to hit. So you're knocked down. And it's a power 15 because of Flaming Fist.
All 4.
Or, yeah, because it's melee. So that's 9 damage. So it's going to kill.
He's dead. Yeah, he's knocked down.
Yeah.
Do you want it over here or do you want it deleted?
Whichever is more convenient for you.
It doesn't matter. We just leave him over here so people can see him.
And I can shoot now because I use melee attack and I don't have anything else in melee. So I'm just going to reposition 3 like so. So I'm contesting the flag and engaging the long rider number 1 if he wants to do stuff. And generally being an annoyance. And then I'm going to move. I have to be with you have stealth, right, with the other bear.
Correct.
So if I want to shoot you, I have to come here. But here I can't see you because of the cloud. Actually, I have to come all the way up here, and here I can see you, right? By the side of the. Sorry, there.
Sounds good.
Towards the right of the cloud, right?
Okay.
There's a line there.
I'm on board.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the bear. Your defense 14.
Yep.
And what's my command? 8. So I'm just rot 6 because I'm outside of command of that foot. That's going to miss. That's an AoE 3, so I'm going to scatter it. 4 is towards me. That's an AoE 3. I can only. That's going to clip you, just barely.
Okay.
And that's about 7. So
Off 10.
Yeah. Okay, no damage.
Nothing.
And then the tank is going to rip 3 to the other side of the wall.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to ambush the Pharaoh Sapper.
Yep. You're good.
So he's just going to come here and run. He runs.
12, I think.
Yeah, at most, yes, 12. Like so. Ready to be an annoyance and nothing else. Then that was the tanks. Let's go with the Imperial first. It's going to move here. And it's going to boost a shot into rock.
Yep. The 14.
That hits, but it's not a critical. Which was I was hoping for. So you are slam and knock down. And that's about 13. You're more 19, right?
18 off 5.
18 off 5. And it's boosted because of powerful attack. Okay, that's 7 damage to the 2.
So I can hit. You said I hit minus. I can hit 7. And then okay. So column 2.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet. Okay.
Yep. And
so I need to stumbling drum.
Yeah, you need to stumble down.
What am I looking for?
So
Deviation template.
Yes. And then
right, so
you're all distance.
Yeah. So distance. So we'll go
4 inches to the 5.
So it's D3. So it's 2 inches to the 5.
Okay. So like so.
I'll let you do it. Go ahead. Like that.
That's
okay.
2 inches, and that's on the line of the 5, right?
Yep. Looks good to me.
Okay. So you're outside of the snowdrift now. So it's just defense squad.
Yep.
So the bomber is going to move here. Oh no, actually. I'm going to move here.
Mhm.
I'm going to snipe myself and boost to hit against rock.
Okay.
That's going to hit. And that's above 16, so dice of 2.
Yep.
That's 4 damage to the 6. And then I'm going to reload and boost to hit. That's going to be a critical miss. And then I'm going to reposition 3 back to the side of the flag again. Okay, and that leaves me just the pirate troll and the Valkyries.
Hold on, I have to do this again.
Yeah.
So we will go 2 inches to the 1.
Okay. Go.
Okay. Thanks for
That's
the assistance.
no problem. And then we said the Valkyries. You said 11 on the bears, right?
Threat 11, yeah.
Yeah. To use the small cloud so you can see the Valkyries with the bear. So I can be capturing the zone or contesting it. And if you want to come towards... Sorry, Valkyries don't have Pathfinder. If you're already contesting, I'm not going to. So this one's going to stay more than 11. Okay. And that leaves me just the pirate troll that's going to move. Yeah, there. That's for my turn number 2.
Right. Do you want me to do maintenance stuff or talk through the turn first?
And I'll talk to you to turn and then do only the maintenance stuff.
Sure. So obviously we're gonna reave our fury off our beast, get Borka back up to 5. So we're gonna measure. Am I allowed to like look at distances and stuff, or just say what I'm gonna do?
Whatever feels more organic to you. I mean,
So I mean,
Preferably just talk, so you take less time.
gotcha. Okay. So we're gonna measure the bear over here, see if we can get to the tank. See if we can get over there in melee. Long riders. We're probably
yeah, the burn to the tank. Yes, you can absolutely do it.
okay. It's hard to tell distance on this. Like I would think so because this should still be 12, but like just visually, it's different looking at this.
Yeah, remember that you can click in a model and it's going to automatically show
Yeah,
you.
that's what I was talking about. I didn't know if I could like start actually measuring stuff
No,
like
but
that or
if
not.
you just click it, you are going to see all the distances towards all the other models.
Gotcha. I
So
see what you're saying.
You don't even have to measure it.
I gotcha. That makes sense. So we're gonna try to do that depending on what we can look at over here for a gang. We gotta do something with this tank that is in our face. So we're probably going to. We're most likely just gonna put up Pathfinder on here and bring this Trollkin Long Rider over here to try to answer this, along with the Fellcaller hero, and most likely just run the other Trollkins up would be my guess to try to see if we can't lock some stuff up in melee, and potentially pop feet depending on what all we can get into melee, if it's worth it or not. So rock over here. I think we can be able to charge off of this. We're gonna see depending on how far we can get. See if we can get within an inch over here. Maybe we could be able to berserk into something as well. So depending on what kind of charge angle we can get and how much movement we have once we, or this isn't a forest, this is a cloud. So yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
To be able to get a charge angle over here on this and to see if there's not a sweet spot to where we can be in the middle of both of these would be ideal. Earthborn's probably just going to be running around to something. Depending on what happens with this, with the Long Rider, maybe we bring the Earthborn over here to clean up this tank. If we didn't kill them already, I'm hoping we kill the tank between these two without a problem. But other than that, it's just going to run back between over here. And I think we're just going to try to put pressure on and play that game within feet and not let stuff hit us in melee and see what happens and see if we can't pressure for next turn. I don't really want to turn anything around to try to deal with this to be able to keep capping the flag. Doesn't really seem worth it. All you can really do is contest. You can't kill Feralgeist in order to cap it yourself. So I feel like I'm gonna get the point off of it this turn anyway. So
Yep.
we'll leave that at there, and that's pretty much
the only thing that can kill the Feral guys really is Helga. So
right. Yeah, so Feralgeist will just stand back here. Like, we'll let you run over here and contest. I'm assuming that's going to be your plan there, but we'll still get the point off of it for this time. So Rock, see if we can do it over here. Earthborn maybe just running depending on what we can get to, or killing this if we need to. If we can't clean it up between the Long Rider and Fellcaller up here, and then Borka kind of place depending on what happens with everything else to try to be aggressive still for feet turn. If we're popping feet, we're not super worried about you coming in with Helga only getting the one attack, so you won't be able to like one shot Borka. So ideally, if we pop feet, we'll position pretty aggressively with Borka to try to make something happen next turn.
ready, just hit the clock.
Sound like a plan? Let's do it.
I hope it fails, but I mean,
let's see. So we need to do this. Borka goes back up to 5. We'll drop Snow Shroud, Battle Charge, upkeep for free.
Yep.
I think that's maintenance stuff. So let's see what we have here for Rock. So we're looking at getting 8. We're definitely not going to be in any sweet zones. If we get 100% charging Impaler, I feel like as long as we pop feet, like we might not be giving Rock away. I mean, a bomber's probably just going to reposition and then shoot him, which he can shoot twice, so that's going to feel kind of bad. I don't really know that there's a whole lot we can do about that, though. But we can 100% charge and take out the Impaler at least. If we do that, what kind of...
I don't wanna rock in my face.
I almost feel like maybe the play is we just run and get Rock in melee, and then run Earthborn around here and get it in melee, and do something like that, and then pop feet.
The feat says that if I move, if in my movement in melee, I get a stationary, right?
So you have to hit me.
No.
So it's while in my control range, I gain stealth, and then enemy models without immunity to cold, that hit anyone in my control range with a melee attack, the enemy becomes stationary for 1 round.
So I just get the 1 hit and then I'm done.
Yep. So yeah, you get one melee attack, and then they become stationary.
So Helga can't even get there to help.
Correct. I mean, yeah. I mean, she can, but yes.
She can.
Yeah, she's going to be stationary and die in next turn. So.
Right.
Sure.
And then ideally we do something like this with Borka, and we position him fairly aggressively to, depending on what all we kill, because like you probably still kill Borka if everything gets 1 shot on him. So, so we're looking at doing something like that. Same thing with Long Riders here. So we want this Long Rider to be able to answer. Well, we're the 9. He could theoretically charge this tank as well.
You get the 2 melee inch range? Yeah, sure.
Yep. same thing here. What is this? Oh, is that the Tinkerer?
Yep.
So same thing here. We could probably charge here and kill Tinkerer as well. Again, as long as it's within feet range there. Like if you want to hit it with something and go stationary, we're probably okay with that.
Ben, since you're here, can I reposition back if I'm stationary?
Nope.
I would say no because it's if it was in a place, I say yes. But like the fact that repo is still moving, I think that's a no.
Nope.
Okay.
It's you cannot move at all. You cannot make
Okay.
attacks. Move. Yep.
Um,
So I can move using the feet either because it's just a full advance.
how do I turn the thing on as far as Pathfinder goes? Like to where I can see how far I can move. Doesn't it do it automatically?
Yes, you have to hold down control while you're moving. So it's going to duplicate all your moving values.
So I get to here and I can. Okay, sweet.
And you see it has like a teal color.
Yeah, it turns like teal. So we can theoretically get like all the way to here. That is still within. Okay, so I think. Whoops.
I think the only saving grace for me is that Borka is only 55, so you can't spread the feet around too much.
Right, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Um. Oh, I guess I have to move the bear first. We can't do that. All right, let's reposition these back. Mm. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go with the bears first.
Okay.
And I think we are just going to run. And I think we can position well enough here so that we can put all
There
three of
you will
those.
get a free strike from Valkyrie number 2.
Number 2 or 1? Oh, I have the little thing that's on there.
Number 2 is the one in the front. So you have to move a little bit backwards.
Yeah, I mean we can definitely stay outside of. So you have 14 inches of run space. So something like such, yes.
There too, you will get a free strike because you're
He
keeping
has
me.
he can move 14 inches. He's just going to move to the
Yeah, yeah.
side. He only moved 11.
Yeah, like if I run all the way out on the side and then come in
Yeah.
from here, right? Are we on the same page?
Yep.
Okay. Handler. What's the melee threat of the? Is it 1 inch or half inch on the
On the
tank?
fire, on the tank, half an inch.
Oh, I can see the little red thing. Okay, so bear's gonna run to there. Fell collar. There's no way to get in range of sucks. Oh. I'm kind of slow. Alright, so this is gonna go ahead and do. that would do something like this. This we kind of screwed up, but that's okay.
From?
We're just trying to get this to 7.
Okay.
To still be able to see him, something like such. So I'm just moving these, and then I can go with the other one, right? So I'm gonna go with Fell Collar first and run him around because I want to be able to put up the buff.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
pre-measure everything you want. Then
All right. So we're gonna do that,
That-
and then we're going
That
to.
long rider will receive a free strike. Number 1.
Just Long Rider.
yes, and remember, I have auto knockdown on my weapon.
Right. I'm not sure there's a world. Actually, there is definitely.
You run 14 inches, so
Yeah. Well, we would charge over here.
Now he will be out of command.
With this one being at 9.4.
Mm-hmm.
Don't riders have command 10?
9.
Oh, yeah.
It is 9. You're right.
So you have to move the leader model.
Closer.
Yeah, but you can because you're not Pathfinder.
He can. He has like plenty of movement to
Yeah,
go through the forest.
We can. What's your def on your lead foot?
It's defense 12.
So we need a 5.
Yep.
Realistically, we probably need to keep both there because we're not killing anyway without this being able to hit. This is horrible positioning. What if we?
But if we you guys can Pathfinder and can do other stuff, yeah.
Yeah, if we can give it Pathfinder from
Yeah. Remember that cavalry
him,
do
it will
have
be like-
a plus 2 to boosted melee attack rolls for being
to
cavalry.
hit.
Yes,
right.
to hit. So you don't actually need the plus 2 to hit on them.
Yes. I think we just do something like this.
But you don't have to worry about the bomb there because it can't explode other than during the
Right.
maintenance
So
phase.
now we can come out here outside of your free strike.
Yep. Absolutely.
To charge this. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and go with Long Riders and do that.
And you don't need Pathfinder or anything from the Precarian.
Yeah, we just ran out and around the forest.
Yep.
All right,
that was press forward order, right?
And what?
Charge.
Yes, correct. Charge. So we'll start over here on your tank.
Okay, that's defense 14 because it's
Yeah, so
over
we're
the.
mat 7.
Yes, you need a 7.
Yep,
That's going to miss.
that's rough. We'll go here.
What? Who's here? Sorry.
Sorry, I forgot you can't see my.
Yeah.
To the leader, the one in the middle.
He ran, so he can attack.
Oh, yep, nope, you're 100% right. So we'll come over here to the charge, the
Yep.
long rider over here. So you're def 14.
One trick, you can say either long rider number 1, so I can identify it, or you just can hold the left click and can you see that
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, yeah. So long rider number 1.
into the gover tanker? Okay, I'm defense
Yep.
12.
So 14. So we need a 7.
14, yes, you need 7. That's going to absolutely hit.
So we hit. So POW 14.
So dice +2. So unless you roll a triple 1, I die. Okay, that's going to be at the.
We'll stay in melee for sure here. This is going to repo 3.
Okay.
This one ran, and this one's gonna stay where it's at. So now we'll go with Fell Collar. So Fell Collar is gonna put the +2 mat on himself, and he's going to charge this tank.
Okay.
Something like such. So we are mat 8.
Mm-hmm. So you need force to hit.
So we hit.
Yep.
PAL 10 Weapon Master.
Yes, dice of 8.
Off 8.
That's 4 damage.
4. Second attack. Need a 4.
Hit.
We hit.
That's
Off 8. I think kills.
No, that's 7 damage, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm at 1.
Just 1. Okay. So we have rock. I think this is our plan. Sorry, I think our plan here is to just run and lock up.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, so we'll do something like that. And we'll do something like this. And then we want to catch as much as possible here and Borka's. So Borka's gonna run to there. And we're gonna drop 2 Fury because these both ran.
Just to
That's
you know,
very
you
right.
cannot run and make fit.
Yeah, that's true. Can fit
You
and
have to
run.
walk back.
I already hit my plus. There's no way to like auto jump it back to where it was it?
No.
Yeah,
But
just go back. They half your distance. It's fine.
Well, I mean, it was what 14, and I ran like 13 point something, so it's probably something like this.
Sure,
he was completely in the
in
trench.
the trench.
So it's something like this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So it's gonna look just the other thing because we're just gonna go 7 and we're gonna repo 3.
Yeah.
So before we repo, we're gonna go the 7, and actually, yeah, it's fine. We'll go there and we'll repo the 3.
And you fit it somewhere along
and then,
the way.
Yes. Yep. And then we'll
the...
And we drop 2 Fury, still correct. Yep. Good?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And that's everything on your side, right?
Yep, that's 10 for me.
Okay, and there's going to be no scoring this.
Uh, yep, your tank's within 1 or 4, right?
Yep, run survive on one. So
Yep.
and now if I hit you in melee,
You go
uh,
stationary.
I go stationary, and Borka can absolutely come and kill Helga if she's stationary.
Most likely.
Yes, I mean, uh, all, you need to be on the turning and on the feet, right? If I'm outside, but I still hit you on the inside, I get stationary, right?
If you hit anything that's mine
Okay,
within my blue control range.
so it doesn't matter if I'm inside or outside. Okay,
Correct.
so this is a turn we need to start getting creative, I think. Okay, the good news is that you're a little bit low on clock, so I can try to leverage that. And this long rider is outside of the 10 inches, so that this is a quote unquote safe kill.
Mhm.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to throw a rock so it hits the airborne and they will knock down.
Mhm.
That's going to free the troll impaler to shoot Borka
Mhm.
or just get in the way so you don't threaten Helga. I mean, I'm not going to attack, so I'm not stationary, so you can ignore me. Just
Right.
move like here. Then use do something similar here to the bears. I can the pirate troll can throw. No, can lights throw or just
No,
I think
you
just heavies.
lights. Yep,
lights can
lights
throw?
cannot throw.
So there's so what's the point of open fist on the pirate troll?
Hmm.
There's no
You
question.
cannot throw large bases.
Okay, that so I can throw the Northern Handler, right? Because it's a
I
medium
think
base.
there's
Medium, same bases. The thing that you cannot do is tramples and headbutts. I think you
And
cannot
slam.
also do
No,
to large
slams I
bases.
can, but I slam. I get -2 to hit, and slam half distance.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So and I can't throw bigger bases. So I can only throw the handler into the bear, for example.
Sure.
And
Just
that's going to.
remember that the throw is also a melee attack, so you will get
Yes. I'm
stationary.
going to be stationary, but if I'm stationary, you're knocked down. I mean, I'm still going to. I'm going to free, for example, the Fire Valkyrie #1 to do something else,
Sure.
so I don't get a free strike and I can move. And
But how
yeah,
are you going to knock down the bear? That's the issue. You
I
can.
when the Norkin handler
the
hits
handler
the
hitting the bear won't knock the bear down.
Yeah,
because it's a
only
larger base.
you only knock things that are the same size or less. So the bear
Okay,
won't have a collateral damage and cannot and won't be knocked down.
okay. So then you're going to just try to kill the bear the old-fashioned way
Sounds good.
with a single attack. Yes, and that's going to free Valkyrie #1 to try to kill the Long Rider #2. Because even if I stay stationary, if I kill the bear and the two Long Riders, I score the zone with the Valkyries, and that's worth being stationary.
Hmm.
That's good.
And I get charged with the tank too. Yes, I mean within the pirate troll, the Valkyries, and the tank, I'm going to try to kill the bear and both Long Riders. Left and Reds is just going to move and like into the trench and not stay stationary, so he can still be an annoyance. The Pharaoh Supper is going to run towards the square zone, so he's contesting that. in case next turn you decide to, because I'm not going to leave anything else. Because, like I said, I'm going to throw rock into the airborne, and the Impaler is going to jump Borka. And Helga, I mean, yeah, I can try to move towards the wall, kill the Lone Rider with a single attack, and camp 3 or 4 Fury. So even if you get Borka into her, it's not going to be easy because I'm going to be stationary, so the wall doesn't really matter. Now I'm just going to move her and not attack the Lone Rider because I'd rather be like defense a lot.
Sure.
And having a few transfers, so even if you manage to kill the Impaler and get Borka to charge Helga, you won't have an easy time killing her. And yeah, and if you go for assassination and fail, Helga can then counter assassinate rather easily.
100%. That's a one-way mission.
That's going to be the plan. So let's start with the clock. First, we get all the fury back from both my beasts. And I'm going to drop Battle Host because that's no points on that. So let's start with the bomber. You're going to hit here. So actually, I'm going to move here. So you go directly towards the Archon. So I'm going to do a power attack throw. I'm going to boost to hit.
Sounds good.
That's going to hit. And then we have to do the strength roll off. I'm strength. Well, was strength 12, right?
Yes, strength 12.
But I roll 2d6 and you roll 1 because I have 2 open fists.
You have only 1 open fist.
No, the bomber has 2 open fists. It says ×2 on the clock.
No, it has to have the 2 icons. It's not because you have 2 attacks.
No, I have 2 weapons with open fists. I get 2d6.
No, you only have 1 arm with open fist, and the other arm you have the keg.
No, it says claw ×2.
No, that's what I'm saying. It is not the number of that you have, it's the type of weapon you have. Let me bring the rulebook.
I'm quite sure that you have to have two weapons.
We can just say you're good either way. You rolled 2 6s, so like you would have been higher either way. So like just go for it. I'm good. But he's 100% right. Like you only have it would have 2 claws listed, and they would both have open fists if you had 2. It's not just the number of attacks, but either way you rolled 2 6s. Like you're good.
If the attacker has 2 or more non-crippled open fists, they roll an extra die. So yeah. Okay. Yes. Even it's 1 dice against 1 dice, I win.
Yeah, you're good either way.
Okay.
Just awesome.
So that's going to be directly away. So like so. Just going to hit there. Oop, they're both knocked down. And then
wait.
you get
So first, before you didn't roll again, you roll a 6-6. Roll again.
Okay, going to roll again. That's a 5.
Fine. Okay.
I still think that's 2 dice because I have 2 open fists. But we can check that after the stream and leave the ruling on the video if you're watching on YouTube.
Sounds good.
Okay, So and then Rock gets about boosted about additional line on about 12, and the other one just about 12. I'm not going to boost on Rock, so that's dice of 6. That's no damage, and that's no damage on the other one either.
Sounds good.
Then the Impaler is just going to move 5 inches here. Then the Fire Troll is going to move
Are you
here.
moving within melee range of Borka on the Troll Impaler?
Yes, so you don't get a counter charge.
Sure. Oh, yeah, sure.
Then the Fire Troll. Thanks for allowing the stationary. Is going to move here, and it's going to boost an attack into the bear.
Def 12.
Yeah. That's going to hit, and I'm going to boost damage. Because I'm just
19.
about 12, so that's dice of 7. Okay, that's 8 damage on the dot.
Very nicely
So you have to
done.
roll tough. You have to roll tough.
Oh. Yeah.
You're knocked down this time. That's going to tough. So you're knocked down and in 1 box. And then I'm stationary with
Yep.
the. Okay, so let's continue with the big tank. It's going to charge the Long Rider. Like so. So I get a range move.
Mhm.
So I'm at 6, I believe. No, I'm at 5. So
Cool.
I need yes, I need a 7 to hit. That's going to hit, and that's a critical, so you're knocked down.
Mhm.
And that's about 13. Your armor 19, right? No, 20.
No. 18, I believe. Yeah, armor 18.
Okay, so dice of 5. Okay, that's 9 damage, so it's going to kill. And the tanks are doing some serious work today.
They are doing work.
Yeah. And then the Valkyries are going to charge. So number 2 is going to charge the Long Rider. I don't think I can get a 3-inch move without.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be a quote-unquote charge.
Mhm.
The other Pharaoh Valkyrie is number 1 can get a 3-inch move here. Yeah, that's going to be a charge on the Long Rider too.
Okay.
And the other Valkyrie can easily charge here into the Long Rider. So let's start with Valkyrie number 2, who made a charge. A non-charging charge.
Right.
That's they are at 6.
Auto hit. Yeah, you. Oh no, you're on the Long Rider.
No,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
another.
def 12.
I have gang, so that's my 8. I need force to hit.
Mhm.
That's going to hit, and that's a about 12 because of gang. So that's of 6.
Okay.
That's for damage.
4.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm stationary at the end of my combat action, so I can do my second attack, right?
No. After you
No.
hit him.
Okay.
After you
so
do the attack.
she's stationary. Okay, then number 1 who did charge. That's going to hit, and that's again about 12, but this time it's boosted, so that's going to kill.
Okay. Sounds good.
And you need
Can
to...
it tough or no?
Yes.
Do you have
you
anti?
can...
Okay.
No, grab tough, which means that I can't kill both because I'm stationary at the end of my. They have 2 attacks.
Yeah. You only get the one.
Yes, and you're in one. So I think I'd rather kill the bear. So I'm going to auto hit the bear.
If you charge the long rider, don't you have to hit the long rider with the charge?
Yep, you're absolutely right. So that's going to auto hit, and that's going to kill, and I'm stationary because I still have yeah, the charge objective is still alive. So then that food is going to come here, just to make you more difficult to buff. Well, Borka, and then the Pharaoh Supper is going to run here, touching the zone, and that leaves just Helga, right?
Yep.
So Helga is just going to come here. I'm not going to attack the Long Rider. And I have to drop for Fury if I don't want my stuff to, but I'm just going to drop 2. So in case you want to come to me, I have 4 drop. And that's going to be my turn. And again, there's going to be no scoring because I failed to kill the bear.
Sure.
And a bunch of my stuff is stationary.
Yes.
Okay, your turn. Sorry, and that's the beginning. This is turn 3.
Um.
This is a bottom of 3.
Correct. So we're obviously gonna try to kill her here, I believe. Bomber's stationary, so like we don't have to worry about him. We do need to get this impaler out of the way. Obviously we're gonna have to shake knockdown on Earthborn and Rock.
Yep.
And I mean theoretically, obviously the bear forfeits movement and stands up and attacks. But go ahead.
You know what I completely forgot about regarding that? That I need to. I can be here, so you can hit me with Borka or the airborne. Borka is because I have a 2-inch range, right?
Borka has a 2-inch range.
Yes, but the airborne and rock only have 1. So if I stay there, you can hit me over the wall because you're going to be always more than 1 away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wall is a quarter of an inch, 3/4 of an inch thick. If I may do that, I completely forgot about the Airborne and Borka. The Airborne and Rock.
Yeah.
Borka can still easily kill Helga.
Eh?
Borka can still easily kill the Helga there.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, Rock can still get there anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, if you just...
There's still a line over the...
Right, I mean, you're not gonna be able to do like this too, like with him or whatever, is what you're saying. Like, yeah.
Yes. And if you go towards the back, you still have the wall in the middle, so I still get the +2. You get the -2 to hit.
Right.
Which is the most important part on surviving here. You missing hits.
Sure.
Yeah. That's it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, we're looking to shake knockdowns over there. Not 100% sure what I do with Long Rider here. Like, I don't know if it's even valuable to try to get the attack here. Like, I can't slam, which would be nice. So I'm not gonna have enough movement.
So to help you out on your turn, just focus on the most important thing you have to do and don't do anything else because you don't have much time. So
right.
Don't worry about being efficient. Yeah, don't worry about being efficient with Long Rider.
We're trying to assassinate.
If Borka fails, you still have the out of the Long Rider doing an extra attack.
Correct. I'm trying to get Long Rider out of the way though. Like, is it worth either coming here and getting the attack? Because like ideally, like I want to be able to get Borka in here.
Yeah, don't worry about the Long Rider.
Borka over here.
Just
you have to kill the Impaler first.
Correct.
That's fine. That's fine. Just move out the Long Rider, move it back to the zone, and you're done.
Yeah, I think Long Rider just gets out of the way. I think, do I have, oh yeah, I definitely have vision. So, like, I can charge here, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I,
Yep. And
I would say yes,
you
right?
just speed 5 because there's no rough terrain around you.
Sure.
But other than that, yes.
Right. Yeah, so, like, I'd be able to charge there. So, like, Earthborn hopefully will be able to remove Impaler in the back arc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um, Rock, Borka will be at that point with him out of the way. We'll be able to come into here to do work on
Mm-hmm.
that, and then Rock will be able to run past the stationary
Mm-hmm.
and get into here as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so do you want me to talk about the rest of this, or just go? Obviously, we're going for broke. Like, it's either that or it's
I
nothing at
mean,
this point. Like,
let's go for the assassination, and if it fails, I mean,
okay, yeah, sure. So we're
we,
gonna go to um this. We'll go ahead and upkeep our free upkeep still on there.
just before you start, can you get the
Yep.
free color to get +2 to hit to Worker, right? I think that's an
Um,
important part of the assassination. All you have to do, if I may, is like move
yeah. So
here
it's
and shout.
yeah. I can stay in melee and get within 6.
Yep.
Yeah. Um. Yes, we're doing that. Shaking knockdown. That's on their activation, right?
No, it's during
Or
maintenance,
I pay.
and you
Right.
get a
Right.
fury.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do
Correct.
You
the
have,
fury.
yes.
Right. Um. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and shake both of them, or force them both to stand up, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then how do I? Yes, like that. Like such.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and come around here to get within 6 of him to be able to put up war cry.
Yep.
So +2 to hit on there. Long Rider is just going to leave. You technically get a free strike. Do you want to take your free strike?
Yeah,
Or?
I'm going to take my free strike. Actually, two free strikes, one from Helga and one from the Impaler. So let's
Uh,
start with Helga. She's going to be yes, Mat 9. But well, Mat 7 plus 2 to hit.
so okay, yeah, yeah.
It's going to hit. And I'm going to use the Spike Bat. So that's for 14. That's going to be boosted. That's a 4. That's 5 damage to the Unrider.
5 damage. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do the free strike with the Impaler.
Uh-huh.
That's going to hit barely because of the +2. And that's about 13, so that's a 5.
That's good.
So
3.
that's 3 damage.
Okay.
So that's enough to kill you. You have to roll tough. You're going to tough. So you're going to end here knockdown, right? If
Uh, sure. Sounds good.
that's correct, right, Ben? When you tough after free strike, you
Well,
stop
he
your
didn't
movement.
specify. He didn't specify where to run, but it doesn't matter. That's not going to.
Yeah, like, I didn't realize. I thought. I mean, you guys said just get him out of the way. Like, if he's realistically running, like he just comes over here. Like, why would I run by and take more free strikes? But
Okay.
that is what it is.
It's fine. It's fine.
You still have
Doesn't
a
matter.
clear line. He's still out of the way from Borka, so it doesn't matter. This can
Right. Yeah. It's agreed.
Okay, and I'm going to switch back to you now.
Okay. Um. So we're going to charge here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Defense 9 because I'm on the back.
Yep. So we're at 6. We need a 3.
Yep. It's going to hit.
We hit. We are POW 15.
So that's up 2. That's 13 damage to the.
Whoops, my bad. To the 1.
Okay.
Is movement out?
No, mind.
Mind out. Oh yeah. Yep. So we need 3 to hit.
Yeah. Yep.
We hit. We are what, off 2?
Yep.
Of 1.
7.
Okay, that's
So the
7
2.
damage to the 2.
We'll buy 1.
Yep.
We hit. Off 2.
And yep.
9 to the 2. Alright, so we'll go with Borka next.
Borka was full, no? Right? Borka has all fury? Yeah, because you took
with,
2.
You run with both your beasts, right? The previous turn?
Yeah, I filled them up. I just...
Fury.
Yeah, you're at Fury 5, okay. Worst case scenario, he has to kill himself for 2. That is not going to matter.
Right, so Borka charges.
Okay.
We are Mat 10.
Okay, yep. I assume you're going with the bear first.
Well, we're going with the impact attack on the mount. Yes, the bear.
Okay.
So 17.
Yep, that's going to
Should hit, right? So you're knocked down.
Yeah. Yep.
So damage here is POW 14.
Yep. That dice of 3. So that's 3 damage.
Okay. So the charge attack.
I'm not sure if you're knocked down.
Yeah, auto knocks down on hit with Borka.
Yeah, but you're not hitting with the mount. You are doing an impact attack. This is not an attack with a weapon, I think. Let me see.
No, the mount is a weapon.
Yes,
yeah, but you have to choose. You have to choose if you're attacking with the mount or doing an impact attack. That's what I remember.
Impact attacks are down with the mount. So if the mount has any special rules, it gets.
You don't get initial attack with the mount. You have to take the impact attack. You don't get an initial with the mount on a charge.
That's the thing. Like, I remember being discussions about this. Like, if you're doing impact attack with the Borka, you don't knock down with him. Because I have the same thing with Morvana. It's let me see.
Yeah, I don't think that's accurate, but we can pause and check real quick.
Sure, yeah, that's pause.
Very good question.
He can use his mount with a capital M to make impact attacks. See, as the attacks are done with the mount, as in the mount weapon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're using the mount weapon itself, so you get all the rules on that weapon.
Yeah, I understand, because the range attack also determines that. But what doesn't apply is the properties for the weapon, just as the same as the properties don't apply on power attacks. That's the thing that I'm trying to find. I understand that you are attacking with the mount. I'm just saying the properties of the mount don't apply on impact attacks. That's I just need 1 minute. What is this attack roll?
It says that impact attacks use with the mount, and see mount attacks above. And mount attack says a cavalry model's mount is also a weapon. Mount attacks are melee range 0.5. It's a cavalry can use his combat action for melee attacks. Can use one initial attack with his mount. I mean, reading as written, you get the full weapon with all its intended special.
That's fine. Yeah, let's go. I don't care. Go on.
All right. So the charge attack. So we auto hit, right?
Yeah, you have it.
So charge is 15.
So that's up to 2. So that's 7 damage. I'm going to transfer that to. No, I'm not going to transfer that. I'm going to take 7. I'm going to 8.
All right. So we will buy with the mount.
Yep.
So 14.
And next, and I'm going to transfer that to the. Sorry, I'm going to roll column, please, for the
one.
The one. To the fire. Okay.
Roll buy.
Yep.
Auto hitting 14.
Same thing. That's dice of 3. So I'm going to transfer. So that was 9 damage. Roll the column, please.
I did a 2.
2. Okay.
We're back. Same thing.
That's dice of 3, right? Dice of 3.
Yeah,
so that's
3.
5 damage. I'm going to take it.
Okay. 6.
Yes. I'm going to transfer that to the impaler. Oh, no, not to the fire, to the bomber. Sorry. So
okay.
That's 7 damage to the
2.
And the last attack.
Last one.
Yes,
9.
9 damage. Yes, roll the column again to the bomber. What's the column? Sorry, I can't
4.
see the.
Oh, my bad. 4.
No,
sorry.
With the prompt, I can't see the.
Yeah, to the 4. That's my bad.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm 3 life and knocked down.
Yep.
You don't have any more attacks, but then it's rock time.
Yep. Rock charges.
Yep. Cold trick. You can assault and don't worry about Borka because he's immune to cold.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters. But we can go ahead and assault, so no snakes.
Yep. That's going to
so we hit POW 14.
Yeah, that's going to get. Helga's dead. Okay, that was like a very super good assassination. Even with the force transfers and tanking Borka, you have
Yeah, like I don't. The biggest thing with Borka, and that makes impact. If he's right, which like I don't feel like, because everyone, like, anytime I'm watching stuff about Borka, like, it's always nice because you get that, you have to hit obviously on the first one, but like getting that knockdown and then being able to get that and then buy mount attacks for the trash rolls is like huge. Like that makes a difference. I don't, obviously it's like it just would have been one less dice, and then obviously I would have hit on the charge. I mean, I'm mat 10 at that point and I'm boosting on the cavalry charge, like that's probably hitting too. And then I would just, but now you're forced to buy the mount attack to get the knockdown.
Yeah, but I mean, at mat 10 you're hitting force anyway, so there's not a big difference. There is a difference because you don't get the extra die, but okay. So instead of 5 attacks with an extra die, you get 3 with 4, which is still.
Right. Yeah, and then once I knocked down, I mean, it's not like it was super close. I mean, Brock obviously still has a full sweat of swings to do, like, so I don't think that makes a difference, but I would like to know the answer to that though.
To the mount attack, I'm 90% sure that it's, since you are using the mount as a weapon, you get the full. The thing is that, sorry, I'm going to pause my clock because it's already. I think the problem is that most mounts don't have any rules in the game. They're just a mount, and Borka is one of the few that actually has 2 rules there.
Right.
Because
I mean, I've always played him that way in any of the games I've played Borka, and like nobody else, like no one has said that that's not it. So I don't.
I am like I say, I was purely convinced that you get. I'm still saying that he has the thing is that, like I was saying, I don't want to say all other mounts in the game, but most other mounts in the game don't have any rules. It's just a
Right. But wasn't he saying? Didn't you say like you played someone specifically? They like had something that was like this, and you don't get it, or something like that, or you haven't played it that way.
Morvana too.
Is it like worded the same way?
Yeah, it's also have a knockdown on my mount.
Right.
I think you can use it.
Maybe Morvana got a buff today.
But I was explaining since time ago that doesn't happen, so that's why.
No. No. Here's the difference. Morvana doesn't have knockdown. She has a ram. And ram specifically says when an animal is hit by this weapon, there is model's combat action.
Okay, yeah, that's a difference.
Yeah, that's different.
The mount on Borka just says knockdown. Nothing else.
It's knockdown a little bit. Yep.
That's fine.
That's the difference.
Okay, so that's one question I don't need to check. I will check the other one, power attacks.
The throw? Okay. So yeah. You see, that happens because you're a circle player and you're used to having everything overpowered. So the one time you have a troll model be better than a circle one, you start crying.
Yeah.
That's actually a good question, and I think when I was looking at it, like when I'm looking at Bomber, it looks that way because like you have the bomb, which makes sense on the other attack. But thinking about it, like Earthborn has the one fist on like the two attacks as well for the claws, and like I've 100% used the two fists on him before, which is the same thing as Bomber. So like
same with the Mauler.
Yeah, I think that is actually accurate.
So that's why one of the reasons the Bomber is such a great beast, because it can shoot reasonably well. I mean, 2 bows, 16s, 4, it's like a very good weapon. And then he has like 2 initials at pop 15 that are also open fist, so he can do like he has all the
cheeky little play.
In the going back to it, maybe I shouldn't have done the throw. Just like place the Bomber here in between the 2 beasts.
Yeah. Like blocking them would have been a total difference. Like I had to stand up, but like you gave me Earthborn, Rock, and Borka to get to.
Maybe not even attack. Just move here and say like
Right. And, 100%.
That means that Rock has to kill the Bomber, so the Airborne is free and can kill the Impaler, and then you only have Borka to try the assassination. And as we saw, I was able to survive that. Barely, but survive that.
Yeah.
And then Helga can just feed and go to town with.
100% kills Borka back. Yeah, I would have just stood there and probably blocked. And I don't know, staring down Borka charging you though, like is like there's some of those dice rolls were 3 and I was rolling like 9s. Like it could have been a lot more. Like that's scary, especially when you consider like you get the knockdown on the mount and you're boosted on all rolls because of trash.
Yeah,
it can be slightly scary, but.
Yes, and the pirate roll was alive, so I still have the +2, the flaming fist on Helga if he was alive. So with 6 attacks, and we casting both the animus and the spell for free. The spell because of the feat, and the spell because of the team benefit.
Right.
I think I have a pretty good chance.
I get the free animus with Borka as well, but like I couldn't see in range to be able to put primal up on either one of the beasts.
No, if I'm knocked down, and maybe on the Airborne to have a better chance to kill the Impaler.
Yeah,
but you still had 1 extra attack, so I don't think it was completely necessary.
Yeah, for sure. But GG's though.
Okay. Yep, very nice game. Like always, thank you very much, Shaun, for coming, and Ben for coming back to direct. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to check on the description down below. That's going to be a link to the Warjax Games Club podcast and YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of stuff, so you can follow them. And next is going to be the last game of the season, and we are going to be playing the guys over at Chaos Born Gaming. So during the season, and then there's some announcements that are going to be made in that stream. So we're going to post it everywhere too. So, but if you want to have the news firsthand, just go and watch it in the stream. So, anything else you want us to shout out, Shaun?
I don't thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the channel. I had a great time. I appreciate the invite.
Yep, thank you for coming. It's one of the policies of the channel. If we invite someone from my podcast, we invite all of them because otherwise it's unfair.
Right.
So that's the policy, and that's a little trade secret against me. And any certain planning because okay, this podcast has 3 guests. It means like I have 3 spots for the different seasons already covered.
For sure. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Had a great time. GG's.
Thank you, Shaun, for coming. Thank you, Ben, from directing. Regarding the throw, we're going to investigate it a little bit more. I'm going to also leave a link to a ruling if we can find it to the throw. But I'm 90% sure it's you get the 2 dice, and also a link to both Morvana and Borka, so in case anyone wants to check the rules on the mounts. And if I can find any other mount that have any special rules, we are also going to link that, so it's a good resource for new players.
Mm-hmm.
So see you everyone next Saturday. Bye bye.